We back him 100%. So says Captain Brathwaite when he was asked about Raymond Reifer batting at number 3. Yes, my viewers and subscribers, welcome back, welcome back. So as we know, quite a few fans, they have raised some questions, they have shared their opinion as it relates to whether or not they think Raymond Reifer should be batting at number 3. Brathwaite has actually shut all of that down. I'm going to share that with you. Plus, we see where Phillip gave an interview after the first day's play in the second test match between West Indies and Bangladesh. So we're going to talk about what the young man had to say. Plus, we're going to be taking a look at that test match going on between New Zealand and England, where Johnny Bairstow is once again standing shoulder above everybody else. You know, and we're also going to touch our base with a little bit of track and field, you know, the national trials going on over there in Jamaica. We also have the United States trials going on. Sha'Carri Richardson, a much talked about name. She did not make it through to the 100-meter finals. Well, she actually fell out at the prelims. You know, came 5th in her heat, so she will not be on the US team in the 100-meter. So she's gonna have to try and make that team. You know, trying to secure the 200-meter spot in the trial. So we're going to touch base with all of that, my peeps. Just stick with us until the end, all right? So the first thing coming up, Captain Brathwaite seems to be shutting down all idea or all questions as it relates to whether or not Raymond Reifer can shine at number 3. You know, I know this is how the team is set up. He is now batting at 3. And quite a few persons have raised eyebrows as relates to that. Well, this is what Captain Brathwaite had to say, and I quote, taking the information from Sportsmax website. Man is saying, mentally, he is a very strong character, but batting at 3 for Barbados would certainly have propelled the decision, and we back him 100%. He went on to say, we 100% believe that Raymond can do the job. As an opener, he went on to say the number 3 position is similar to an opener. It's all about the mental strength. And we know Raymond has that, and we are backing him to do well. He said that he did well for Barbados at number 3 and all of that. But, you know, stepping up from you see, that is my thing, you know, my viewers and subscribers. You guys will remember that before they played the first test match, I was saying to myself, I hope these guys are not banking on his experience having batted at number 3 for Barbados in that regional championship. I was saying, hope they are not banking on that experience, you know, to put him at number 3 against Bangladesh. But apparently that is it. They said that he's mentally strong and he has definitely done a job at number 3 for them against you know, in the regional championship. So let us see. You guys know how I see things. You know, West Indies team is not as strong as how it used to be. So, you know, the scores that Raymond Reifer was actually putting up in regional championship probably can get him in West Indies team as a batsman. But, you know, I really don't like it. I really don't like it at all, my viewers. But we just have to work with it. So that is what Captain Brathwaite is saying. Raymond Reifer, he's tough enough. He's mentally strong enough. And they back him 100% to do a job there for them. So for those who are worried, I mean, you're probably going to see him sometime today batting. You know, later on we will continue continue the chase. We are 60, maybe about 7 without loss. So once one of the guys get out, more than likely Raymond Reifer is going to step in at number 3, and you guys will have to sit and watch him. All right, so yeah, that is what Brathwaite had to say as relates to that situation. Now, Phillip, he has been in and around the West Indies setup for a little while now, maybe about a year, in and around the ODI and the Test team, and he has finally gotten a chance. And you know, he has taken his first wicket. Man was full of joy, was pumped and all of that. So he was basically explaining the feeling after the first day's play. Man is saying right now, you know, he's overjoyed, he's elated, especially to have received this cap from Kemar Roach, somebody who is definitely a legend of the game. So, you know, he's definitely upbeat and pumped about continuing his career. Man saying he's going to be working hard to continue being successful. You know, as it relates to the pitch, you know, he was saying that the pitch was A little bit slow, but definitely they are happy to have bowled out Bangladesh for that total, and he's looking forward to bowling some more for West Indies and picking up more wickets. So once again, congratulations to Anderson Phillip for picking up his first couple of wickets in Test cricket. It's definitely a good look, and we are indeed happy for him. So as we are talking about West Indies, so as I said, the ideal thing now is for these two guys to bat as long as possible, get as close as possible to that maybe 167 or whatever it is that we have left to get. We can't even complain because they scored pretty quickly yesterday, having bowled out Bangladesh for that total, 230. They definitely scored quickly and didn't lose a wicket, so we can't complain. We just hope that they will go there, continue to bat and get as close as possible to the total before we lose another wicket. You understand? This is West Indies we're talking about. We don't want them to have a West Indies day, so we definitely want to see them staying out there and batting as long as possible. All right, so we're gonna slide on over into this New Zealand versus England test match here, and it's shaping up pretty nicely, my viewers and subscribers. Let me just give you some numbers. New Zealand, they actually batted first, and it's at the end of day 2. This score here is at the end of day 2. New Zealand, they scored 329. Yeah, man, 329, and they had century. They had I think it was Mitchell getting another century. So definitely doing his thing, and Blundell getting a half century. In terms of the wicket takers for England, Jack Leach, man turned top class spinner, boy. Jack Leach taking 5 for 100 from his 38 overs, so he's leading the way there. Stuart Broad, the elder statesman, picking up 3 for Stuart Broad picking up 3 for 62, basically showing that here what he still has a lot left in the tank. Overton and a couple of others, and Mats, I think, picked up a wicket each. So 329 is what New Zealand got. England, they are looking pretty well, pretty nice. 264 for 6. Yeah, man, 264 for 6. Johnny Bairstow, once again, I think this is his second back-to-back century. Getting 130 from 126. Man, basically showing that T20 cricket is helping his overall game. Man, scoring 100 for fun, boy. 130 from 126 delivery. And Jamie Overton, he's there. He's there also on 89 from 106. So apparently he's pushing to get a century also. So England is still chasing by 65 runs. So things basically going well in this test match here. Can say that honors are even, or if you want to tilt it a little to England, you could. But that is basically how things are going in that test match, my viewers and subscribers. A couple of centuries so far. Some quality cricket being played. Alright, so we are almost at the end of the video. But as I had promised, I'm going to be touching a little bit of track and field for all of the track and field fans here. Now we know the World Championship is coming up, and quite a few countries, they have their national trials going on. The Jamaica national trials, it's going on. It started Thursday, I think it was that it started. We would have seen Ewan Blake advancing to the semi-final. Also Oblique Seville, I think, has run the fastest time, if I'm not mistaken, getting 9.91 or something like that. Ewan Blake has also gone under 10 seconds. We see Shelley and Fraser Price going out there in the prelims, running a nice 10 low. I think she got 10.7 or something like that. And she has a wild card for the World Championship. She turned out in the semi-finals but didn't actually run. Seems as if she was working on her start. So she didn't actually run the full 100 meter. Elaine Thompson-Hera, Sherika Jackson, those two females, they have actually advanced. So things looking pretty nicely on our end. You understand? As it relates to America now, we see Shakara Richardson. Boy, I tell you, my viewers and subscribers, she, a lot of persons were looking forward to see how she would do. She actually did not make it through in the 100 meter at the trials. She finished 5th in the prelims. yeah man, fifth, so she did not advance in the 100 meters. So the way to make the US team for her now is to try and go out there and dominate in the 200 meter and try and make the team that way. So you know, I tell you, that is how it is, my viewers and subscribers. That is how the sport is. You know, you win some, you lose some. And funny enough, I mean, it's not like she was actually very consistent, but leading up to the trials, she wasn't running too bad, you know. She was running some good enough time. But you know, that is how the sport is. It's real cruel. You have to, you know, you have to remain calm and keep working hard, and then you come out and prove it on the track. But yeah, as I said, my viewers, once the trials is finished, I think I'll probably get a list of all the athletes, times and all of that, and see how much we can talk a little bit about it. All right, my peeps, bless upon yourself until later on. Remember, guys, we're going to be doing a little live later on. All right, maybe not too long, but we're going to be going live later on to talk a little bit about the game. All right, blessings. I'm out.